Mark Cuban was a harsh critic of MAGA who campaigned for Vice President Kamala Harris in 2024. But yesterday he was with you-know-who, touting their partnership to expand generic drug coverage. Take a look.
I want to thank the leaders of several major pharmacies and generic drug makers who are partnering with us on this effort, including the co-founder of Cost Plus Drugs, Mark Cuban. Mark, thank you very much. Mark, looking good, Mark. Come here, Mark. Nice to be here.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We have the same thing, one thing in common. We want to make people better and keep them wealthy, right?
I think other than you, I've been the biggest proponent of TrumpRX.com. And the reason for that is Republicans want cheaper drugs, independents want cheaper drugs, Democrats want cheaper drugs, and together, I think we're going to do something special.
First of all, you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. All right, that's number one. And you know, I like Mark Cuban. I've always liked him, but this is a mistake. And once Trump puts his name on prescriptions, we're all going to die. Okay?
Yeah. What the heck is this lady talking about? We're all going to die because Trump's name is attached to discounted prescription drugs? Seriously? This lady is absolutely disgusting, isn't she? People are struggling to afford medication, and this is the kind of rhetoric these women are pushing. What a disgusting human being. Here we have Alyssa finally stepping up to her co-host on The View for their completely unhinged meltdown. Live on air. Take a look.
He put his name on the Trump shuttle, the Trump vodka, the Trump University, the Trump hotel,
Trump
and my
too.
favorite, the casinos that all went bankrupt.
Yeah.
The drugs
do not go there,
The drugs
Mark.
don't actually have his name. They're existing drugs.
Whatever.
It's a
If he's
marketplace,
involved with it.
No, I literally...
Wait,
A medication that I had to take for IVF is a tenth of the price on TrumpRX. I don't... Whatever. It's tacky that his name is on it. Mark Cuban has dedicated his life to bringing down prescription drug costs. The average family, 1/3 of Americans, cut back on essential foods and utilities to be able to cover their prescription drug costs. You're not going to convince me that just because Trump's involved, we should be like, screw it, don't bring down prescription drug costs.
If he's going to make a profit out of it, don't take it.
I completely agree with that.
Americans
I agree with you, Joy, on this one.
No,
he is a failed businessman, and if you heard what he said, we both want to make people wealthy. He didn't say
so
healthy.
I should pay 10 times more
he
for
said
my
wealthy,
medication.
Which means to me that there's something in it for him. This is not a well-intentioned person.
What the heck is this dimwit even saying? He's the president of the United States of America, you moron. His job is to help improve people's lives and strengthen the economy, period. If prescription costs go down and families save money, that literally makes people more financially better off. How is that even controversial? Sonny Hostin's reaction here is completely off the damn rails. Absolutely disgusting and completely out of touch with what struggling American families are actually dealing with.
He bashes in on Sonny, but what this does is it helps
Sarah, he
American
is not a
people.
well-intentioned person. He is not doing this out of the goodness of his heart.
Nobody
doing this to make money.
No one thinks he's doing
Joy,
it out of
we're
the
the
goodness of
wealthiest
his heart.
country and we pay the most for drugs.
Could be
the people that are
involved.
literally suffering illnesses and cannot pay for their medicine, I can't think of a sicker business model. Bring down the prices, and if you're going to get results on this, call it Donald Trump medicine. I don't care what you call it.
There are countries all over this world, especially in Scandinavia, that have national health insurance.
Correct.
They do not want to have that.
New
That
Jersey,
would bring down the cost of drugs and health care.
But
they don't want that.
They have concepts of a plan, Joy, and right now this is a plan. I'm going to go with it.
The two of you. Wow.
The two of you are so naive.
If I may speak, so you're saying that in the meantime, while he remains in office for the next 2 years, people should just not have access to cheaper drugs because Trump put his name on it?
Anything he touches is tainted. I don't trust it.
Today, I can literally order a prescription drug that I need for a tenth of the cost because of this, and it's not just
Don't believe anything he says.
It's real. Go literally look it up. It is right there. I can get Follistim.
What I wish they had done collectively.
Where he is now.
Was that my
breaking the wall?
I wish collectively they had found a way to make pharmacies where people could go in and get what they wanted, because generic drugs should be cheaper.
Yeah, of course.
And that was the whole thing with Mark Cuban. I think what people are responding to is the fact that his name is really
and his affiliation with
well, no, I think if it had been Mark Cuban's name on it, we would not be having this discussion.
Because anything he touches is tainted.
But because people have been really sort of screwed over over the last several years. I think that's what you're responding to. I don't think anybody's responding to not wanting cheaper drugs. I think it's responding.
But I think it's easy to say it at this table because we can all afford our drugs.
I want to know what's in it for Donald Trump.
But even if, honestly,
let me finish my point. There is money to be made. There just is. Generics used to. Everybody's making a little money.
Obamacare, we had that. A lot of people benefited from that.
We
but they're
still have
screwing with that. They would love to get rid of that. It helps people.
Understood. Everything you all are saying is correct.
I would not want any American right now to be hesitant to buy drugs on this website because they're coming from an outside. It's a marketplace. It's not
Yes, but
these are drugs that are trusted.
But you have to know that people don't understand. But
I don't want to scare people away from getting cheaper drugs when they're way too expensive.
But I think people are going to do what they do. But I think everybody should say, be cautious when you see his name on it.
Yes,
because when you saw Mark Cuban's name, you were fine.
Right. Yes. Well, he didn't put his name on it because he's Mark Cuban and not Donald Trump.
But everybody knew who was doing it.
His affiliation with it tainted.
That this name is prominent is the problem, and it is what's going to keep people from doing what they should be doing, which is finding the best possible drugs.
These women are absolutely disgusting. Who cares what name is on it when we're talking about medication that could literally save lives? Seriously, these people want to sit around and debate optics and ethics while families are struggling to afford prescription drugs. I mean, the obsession with politics over outcomes is unbelievable with these Dems. Imagine risking access to cheaper medicine because you don't like the name attached to it. What a joke. I mean, we've literally seen Americans travel all the way to Mexico just to get cheaper drugs.
More middle-class Americans coping with higher out-of-pocket medical costs are now heading to Mexico. Medical tourism is thriving in Nogales. Cronkite News reporter Erica Lang talked to some of those seeking savings south of the border. I'm here in Nogales, Mexico, just a few steps from the border, where on this block alone, you have dentists, pharmacies, and other medical services that cater specifically to Americans. It's especially difficult for retired Americans.
They have no insurance except Medicare, so they have no dental insurance, generally no eyeglass insurance. They have to go where they can afford it. And so if that means coming down here, that's where they go.
Take care of yourself.
Americans also go to pharmacies in Mexico for low-cost prescription drugs. Cristian Juarez Romero sees it all the time.
Their insurance doesn't cover the medicine, so it's very expensive. They prefer to come here and not spend as much.
Customers pay half price for some drugs in Mexico. And as medical costs continue to rise in the U.S., more Americans are expected to see Mexico as a solution.
Absolutely. Each year it increases the number of people that cross the border to get medical care.
Wow, how sad is it that so many American citizens have felt forced to travel to Mexico just to afford their medication? Think about how broken that sounds for one of the wealthiest countries in the world. To not even have the same level of pricing or better is insane to me. And instead of focusing on people who actually need these medications, these dimwits are stuck arguing over politics because Trump is now attached to an effort aimed to lowering costs for every single American, not just Republicans. I mean, if prices go down and Americans finally catch a break, why on earth would anyone, and I mean anyone, root against that? What exactly do these women on The View get out of turning every conversation into anti-Trump outrage? Seriously, it's like they wake up every morning asking themselves, how can we make people more angry and divided in our country? The constant negativity, the pearl clutch, the dramatic outrage over absolutely everything is exhausting. At some point, don't you have to wonder whether these women care more about keeping their audience emotionally worked up than actually having an honest conversation? Because the second Trump name comes up, logic seems to fly right out the window. I truly hope none of their audience members let politic outrage scare them away from at least looking into options that could truly help them. Seriously, it's frustrating to watch public figures on The View speak with this level of negativity and fear-mongering as if everything automatically becomes bad the second Trump name appears. Imagine listening to a daytime talk show over your own research, your own doctors, or your personal finances, all because of their Trump Derangement Syndrome. It doesn't make sense. It's freaking disgusting. These women speak with so much certainty, while millions of people are simply trying to make the best decision for themselves and their families. At some point, doesn't The View have to ask whether constantly pushing outrage is actually helping anyone at all? Stop it. Just stop it already, you dimwits.